Welcome back to News Inside on Last Slide News. Honorable Eli, it's only in Nigeria I see that people don't prepare for leadership. And I think we need to really begin to gear up for what you call leadership, people preparing for leadership. Over there across the world, we see people being prepared for leadership from a very young age, being taught leadership, follow leadership. Do you understand? We see some flashes of leadership in them. You can trace Obama's leadership. You can trace Trump. He's been successful in his business. Even the Bush we just talked about now. You know, one of his brothers was a governor too. I mean, beside the fact that their father was the president, they trained for this thing. They didn't just come and ride on the fact that their father was president. But in Nigeria, sometimes we just shake our head. The things that are happening in Edo State, sometimes very appalling. It's like the tourist lifestyle is coming up. I don't know. You guys have the whole floor to debate on it. Okpebholo is trying to struggle for his life. The other day, they stopped the tribunals from meeting. They go to the venues of the tribunal, chase people out. They go to PDP secretariat, chase them out by talks. They go to local government, chase them out by talks. For how long? Now he's bringing commissioners. Is it trying to make the people happy? The governorship style in Edo, it's not good at all.
Well, the whole of the drama happening in Edo and many parts of the country is as a result of the wickedness we've done to ourselves. You put people in offices like, a very sensitive office like INEC, expecting them to conduct free and fair election for democracy to strive, and you see them compromising people's will for personal gain. That is the result of what you are seeing. That is the result of you having a governor, sitting governor or party going to destruct, processes of tribunal because they know that the outcome may not be to their favor. Do you understand? So what is happening in Edo? Yes, a governor have the right to choose his commissioners and drop them. It's appointment. It's not election. I can appoint you today if I think that under 48 hours I'm not getting the desired results. I could drop if I have a better candidate. But you see, why we are discussing the issue of Edo at this moment is because of what has been happening in Edo, the way the governor came into office, the petitions and facts and evidences against him, and instead of trying to defend themselves in a very civil way, they are trying to use every kind of strength they could to not to allow it to hold, because there's a time frame that which they could be tried to be removed or to be left in office. So I think it goes beyond the normal thing we are seeing in Edo. It's pathetic, the kind of situation we find ourselves. It's not only Edo.
All right, let me stop you there. Philip, I know you're an Edo boy. You're from Delta, but you're an Edo boy. You went to Immaculate Conception College, just along Ted. Was this Edo that you grew up in?
Well, it's people involved. I think Benin is involved. What we grew up in Benin is a peaceful town, a lovely city, ancient city, historical, and all of that. We don't know anything about violence. We only hear about violence from our neighboring city, Warri, when they are doing international sport. But again, let's face the issue beforehand. Okpebholo is struggling for survival.
Legitimacy.
You see, he's struggling for survival to legitimize his seat. What has he done? Again, have done all the atrocity by employing thugs to stop the tribunal for sitting, chasing away elected chairman of council, depriving PDP of their secretariat on the airport road. The next thing he's doing now, if this is my opinion, appoint commissioner and all that, what is he trying to do? To get more people to his side, so that let it not be that I'm not the only one fighting the fight. When he came into office, the first day I appointed Senator Adams Oshomole's son as a commissioner and commissioner for head. So he's looking for people who can support his base. He's looking for support. So he felt, okay, if I have more people on my side, more people can speak for me.
I was thinking when he brought up that name, I think, and 2 others or thereabout, or 4 others. I thought he had the whole list.
Certainly. So what he is doing is that he look for people in from the Edo that can support. This is I'm not the law court to make his seat, to secure his seat. Let me not use any word that I'm not permitted to use. How am I going to secure my seat? Let me get more prominent Edo people to my side. You may find out that all the people appointed, they are highly connected one way or the other. The reason for all of this is to ensure that at the end of the day, everybody will ensure that your office is secure. Because if your son is a commissioner, if the man leaves office tomorrow, your son loses his job. If your daughter is a commissioner, if the man loses office tomorrow, your daughter loses his job. So everybody will now see how they can ensure that the man, remain on seat. So this is what Okpebholo is doing. He's struggling to secure his seat. Fear. All of this is as a result of fear that has gripped him, like he said, because of the way of his emergence and the naked fact before the tribunal. So,
All right. It's very obvious, Honorable Eli, that people that come into leadership especially our governors, they don't have plans. They just say, I think I want to be a governor. No blueprint, no plan for anything, not for any of the senatorial district. I will tar road. These are common things that are done. We're talking about how to improve the welfare of the people. And now it's shown so obviously that the man is ill prepared to be a governor of Edo State.
It's not the man's fault. It is the fault of we, the people that they've come into office to govern. You've said it. Are we just realizing that some of them were not prepared for these offices? That they're just being imposed on us because of their connection or of what party they belong to or the clique of friends? Or some of them were even imposed on us because the people that were bringing them are bringing them for their personal. You see, we've allowed the country to become the property of some elites.
Yes.
It happened in Kogi State. Who was Ododo? We knew that Ododo was imposed on the people of Kogi State. Thank God, he is treading a little
with caution.
And the question is this: how long will we? And how does this thing? How can you impose somebody who was not qualified or was not prepared on the people who allow it? It's still INEC. So corruption and INEC, and we the people. Because listen, Kogi State is pathetic. We are talking about Edo State matter is also pathetic. We've had a time that a election was almost being concluded. They were counting. The candidate died. The man that was leading died. You said the party should produce the runner-up to the governor. That was how Bello became governor. We still have a country today where a sitting senator, a governor, or a House of Rep member will die. You will ask for general. Falana just talked about it last week. You ask for general election. Parties should do primaries and produce candidates, and they go for. Why didn't you allow the same process of the party that have lost somebody to present somebody? So it's corruption, and INEC is not helping us in this matter. I am not prepared for an office, but because the power that be wants me to be there to manipulate me or to use me to manipulate the state for their gain, INEC play along a lot. So the case of Edo State, the governor struggling to remain, like he has rightly said, trying to appease some people by giving appointment to their children, the people of Edo. And I hope the tribunal will help Nigerians for the first time in correcting the wrong that these elites are doing on us.
All right.
Doing to us.
We saw evidently, in fact, you mentioned in our previous discussion, President Trump's cabinet is ready. Long ready before yesterday. As at yesterday, he has signed a lot of executive order. A governor comes into, he has a lot of time, maybe 1 month, 2 months before he's sworn in. Nothing we hear. Most of the governors that we normally have, we after election, they have traveled to the UK or traveled to the US. Is that where to form government? But Philip, help me on this.
You know, you can say that again. You know, since I was born, and I am getting old. As I said by Christian, I have never seen those who trust the Lord suffer. But it's only in Nigeria, since I was born and I get to this age, I have never heard that a governor of Texas traveled to Nigeria or governor of Ohio after election to come and rest and form his cabinet. It's only in Nigeria that after election, the governor-elect will travel to either to the UK or the US or Canada to form their cabinet, so-called cabinet. And when they form the cabinet, they will do nothing with it. It's only in Nigeria. It's very, very sad. You know, when you said people don't prepare for governance or leadership in this country, right? You see, those who are prepared for leadership are not given opportunity.
Thank you. I was waiting to say
for
this.
For example, Peter Obi was very prepared, but Nigeria didn't give him the opportunity. And there are so many people. I give you an instance in Edo Delta. In 1999, what was the name of this man that became an APC national chairman? Was former governor under SDP. I can't remember.
National chairman. That was Aneni.
No, that's APC.
Oshomale?
No.
Odike Oyegu
contested against Lucky Igbenegbu. He was very prepared to govern Edo State.
You know, he retired as a permanent secretary.
They denied him. That's Edo State. In Delta State, it was Engineer Krieger, a technocrat, contested against Igbo. They rejected him. So those who are, it's not, I see that people, there are no people in Nigeria who are prepared for governance. I just brought out those two persons. And there are many others in this country who are prepared for governance. And even in Nigeria, there are people who are prepared for governance and become governor. For instance, the first governor of Akwa Ibom State was Architect Atta. Because he's prepared for governance, he laid down the foundation.
A good, solid foundation.
That's what you are seeing there, in Akwa Ibom State. So, you see, but in most cases, those who are prepared for governance are not given the opportunity. And
so what do you think they should do?
You see, the people, they should do more, like Obi is doing, and they should do
push.
More and push.
And not rest, even if they fail.
Because if you are really show that you have the interest of people at heart, like Donald Trump, like I said before, you see, Donald Trump is an embodiment of determination, focus, and drive. So Nigerian leaders who are prepared for governance, who have been deprived, even here in this country, you know, Buhari displayed it. Forget how the outcome was. He was determined, he was focused, he drive it to the end. Not that you go. Engineer contested what immediately we didn't hear of him. He went back to England.
What in 30 seconds? What do you think they should do?
You have said the politicians should do more, should drive more. My own take here is this: the citizens should do more than the politicians. We should refuse. I'm not saying we should be violent, but we should refuse to be imposed on by just a candidate of the elite. Time has come that we should be able to wake up and approach our judiciary, the tribunal, the INEC. We should stand and defend our vote. We should make sure we vote and defend our vote. And let's not vote for party, or let's vote for individual, not party, not tribe, not religion.
Let me add before you come.
Yes.
In addition to what he has said, the people should do more. And election result to be our election result, we should do wait for tribunal to determine.
All right, we will continue on this discussion. My guys said the people should do more. Next time from there, we will take you on how the people should do more. This is still News Inside on Last Night News. We'll be back.